Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to discuss about a new topic, computer science. It's about an evolution of computers. So in this chapter, we mainly talking about the evolution, the changes took place in computer. The present laptop, the MacBook, or the things which we use at present had a previous life, how the changes take place, how the changes took place. So those things we are going to deal about in this chapter. Mainly we will be focusing on the main ideas of the textbook. So further explanation, and even I will give you a PDF, sorry, give you a PPT, I mean PowerPoint presentation. Based on that, then you will get more idea about it. This is about that chapter. This gives some ideas, some knowledge about how the changes took place in computer. Got it? So let's begin now. Check-in, it is early calculating device, type of computers and computers, generations of computers. Okay. Boarding process. The evolution took place in the life of human being is just like the evolution has taken place in the life in computer too. Okay. So how it was, what it was, body parts, a monkey, man. So the changes is always there. So finally, a perfect man who comes off from through the evolution. Got it. So the same process which happened in computer also. So here, father and daughter is discussing about the evolution. The daughter is asking about the Wi-Fi that I need to complete my projects. So sir has given or ma'am has given the school project has to be completed. Father was saying something about the evolution which was taken place in computer. So the father and daughter is totally discussing, and father is giving an idea about how the changes took place, the story about the computers evolution rather than interesting. It's an interesting way he used to explain it. So let's look at it. Introduction. A computer by definition is a device which can perform quick and very acute calculation. Isn't it? More than all of a sudden the seconds can we make some changes. So day by day the changes are always there in day by day. It is indispensable part of human life. That means cannot be avoided. It is part of a human life. Now, most of you are using mobile phone, isn't it? It is part of life. It's part of human life. It is an indispensable part of each and everyone life. And it has different varieties of functions, abilities, I mean, different in size, speed, technology, and appearance. Let us study in detail about the history of computer right now here. Early calculation of devices. This is the early stage of it is abacus. Okay, it is the early stage. The very beginning, during the ancient times, figures, stones, and bonds were used by people to perform calculations. So, what else they used? Stones, figures, time, and bonds were used to calculate to perform the calculation. The Chinese then invented abacus. Oh, always we're talking about Chinese. Completely connected with Chinese. Okay, abacus was found by Chinese. Helped in the counting big numbers. Why do they use it to count big numbers? They use this abacus. So then it helped merchants and traders count products and sold abroad, and abacus helped people to easily add, subtract, multiply, and divide. It helped mostly it helped the merchants to calculate and sold the products. Got it? So that is only the main use of it. And invented in Chinese, and it is used by I mean, in the early stage, it is used by stones, bonds, etc. to calculation for the calculation. Finally, China has invented this abacus, and it was made from the wood, and this is a device to calculate. Mainly, it is used by the merchants to calculate and solve their products. Got it? Then. Uh, Napier bonds. In 17th, John Napier invented the Napier bonds device mostly used in the multiplication. So in 1617, next invention is 1617, John Napier who has found his own a device. It is called, it is used for multiplication. Okay. So see, it is also made from wood, ivory, and metal. He used to create it with metal, ivory, and wood. Then Pascaline calculator. In 1642, Blaise Pascal made a Pascaline calculator. It was basically a rectangular box with the rotating wheels with numbers were written, and it was mostly used for accounting. So this is the instrument which is used to what what they used to for accounting, mainly calculation. Up to five numbers digits were there. So the second is first was Chinese abacus, third John Napi bonds, third one Pascal can be calculator. Let's move on. Next one, difference of engine. So Charles Babbage in 1822 developed a difference engine. It could perform mathematical calculation automatically. It is counted among the first automatic calculator. Chinese was found is abacus used with wood. Then Pascal calculator also is accounting session, and John Napier also found the Napier bonds are also based on the. It was not automatic, isn't it? It's manual. So finally, in 1822, Charles Babbage, who has found a difference engine to calculation automatically. So the counted amongst the automatic calculator was found by the Charles Babbage in 1822. These are the evolution. We are talking about the evolution of computer. Okay. Then analytical engine. So again changes are there. 1837 Charles Babbage invented the analytical engine. The another one which was found by Charles Babbage again in 1837. Okay. So first was automatic a difference engine or automatic machine to calculate it. Second was found an analytical engine, that is 1837, and it is a mechanical computer which had a potential to handle complex calculations like multiplication and division. So first one it was only multiplication and automatic. Second one complex calculation like multiplication and division can be done in this analytical engine. It's also found by Charles Babbage. Then so can we write it on later? We will give you a chance for this. Generations of computer. Now we are going to the what the generation. First generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. So generation gap is always there. These are the first generation, what was the type and how it comes up, what it looks like. So these are we are talking about. Generation of computers. The massive calculation machine, much smaller, more effective and powerful machine. Computer has indeed evolved through the decades. Not it is not took place at the very moment, but changes. The generation gap is always there. What was the model of the first generation? How does it look like? And what are the procedures has been done? And what else is used for? See, many things are there. So first generation computers, vacuum tubes were used. What else is used in the first generation in 1940 to 1958? What things are being used in the first generation computer? Vacuum tubes were used. Then they could only solve only one problem at a time. Only one problem at a time they solved. They used the magnetic drums and memory. Their size was quite large and storage capacity was very less. See, capacity was very less. They used vacuum tubes and the problem solved. It only solve only one problem at a time. These are these are the problems which was there in the first generation computer, and speed was very slow, isn't it? Lot of energy was consumed. So many what are the things? Many first it is talking about tubes were used, vacuum tubes were used. Then only one problem solved. Then size was very quite large. Then storage was very less. Then speed was very low, and it consumed more energy. Got it? Clear for you. Only 2 3 sentences better enough to understand it. Then talking about second generation computer. The second generation computer is first generation computer. They were also smaller in size. When compared with the first generation computer, they were also smaller in size. Okay. What it used? First is its vacuum tube used. Second generation computer they used transistor. Okay, transistor. Transistor were used instead of vacuum tubes. So developments are always there. Changes are always happens. So first it was vacuum tube used. Second generation computer they used transistor. Got it? Punch cards and magnetic taps were used to input and output. Second generation computers were also quicker and economical and efficient first generation computer. That means comparing to first one, it is more quicker. First one it is more slow, it is quicker. And the first one it is solved only one problem. Here it is economical purpose. The efficient is more than the first generation computer. Data could be calculated in seconds. That means within short time of period, within seconds, the data can be calculated. So they could be only used for selector purpose and very expensive. It was very expensive. Only for selector purpose, they used the second generation computer. Now let's move on the third generation computer. Instead of transistor, they used an IC. Got it? Integrated chips were used in third generation computer. First vacuum tubes, second generation computer transistor, and third generation computer they used an IC, a transistor chips were used. For input and output, a keyboard and monitor were used respectively. But at the same time, they used a keyboard like this laptop. You have keyboard and a monitor. The screen were also used. They are smaller and faster, more economical. It is more faster than the second and first. Okay, it is more faster than the first generation and second. It is more faster than first and second generation computers, and it was efficient. So it is introduced to public for home use. So what is the use? It is mainly introduced in for the home use, home purpose only. So fourth generation computer in 1971 and at present, okay, microprocessors were used. First vacuum tubes, second is transistor, third IC, the fourth one is microprocessors. Still these microprocessors are using. And now, right now also, this microprocessor are also in using. When compared with the previous generation, they are more powerful and reliable. See, it's more powerful than first, second, and third. Then microprocessors, which are very large-scale integrated circuits, are used in computers, and chips could contain large number of ICs. So more than the ICs, transistors, and tubes, these microprocessors which gets and more powerful and reliable. Got it. So what they use, input, keyboard, mouse, scanner, etc. are used. For output, monitor, printer, speaker, etc. are also used. For input, what else in the input? Keyboard, mouse, scanner. Output, what they use, printer, speaker, etc. are being used. And the capacity of storage is very high. Got it. Capacity is very high. Then what is in the fifth generation computer? Let's move to fifth generation computer. Are still under research and being developed. They are expected to include following qualities. Still under research in present and in future. Now we are in the fifth generation computer. What we have now and in future. What changes can be take place in the near future? What kind of changes can be take place in the near future? That expected in the following quality, utilizing super large scale integrated chips. Maybe integrated chips can be used. Artificial intelligence. So the future they may use artificial intelligence, a technology which is not only help the computer to think like a human being, also make activities like human, such voice recognition, decision making, translation, different languages. So artificial, just like human being, they're planning to make some changes in computer. Got it? So decision making will be just in the robots. This can be seen in robots or have replaced the people performing the respective job. Mainly in Japan. Because in Japan, there are people usually using this kind of robots instead of human beings. They do all the works. They do in the future. Robots may do housework and jobs. So humans are maybe replaced from their job. Many people may be unemployed. So these things may happen. So types of computers: supercomputers, mainstream computers, mini computers, etc. Supercomputers, this cause earliest best processing speed. Moreover, they are known for most powerful computers. These are the types of computers. The first one is supercomputers. Got it? And it is only used for space or nuclear energy research. What is the use of a supercomputer? They use supercomputer only for space research and nuclear energy research. Mini frame computer. Okay, what is the use of this? Only for process of data with a high speed. These are very costly. Ability to process data. This is only for to processing the data, and which is very costly than another. So mini computer, what is mini computer? See, when compared to the mainstream computers, these are less advanced of the base of speed and storage capacity. Mini computers are less costlier than mainstream computers. They find appreciate small business and firms. Why do they use the mini computer? The mini computer they use mainly for business purpose. Okay, and it is a less a mini computer. It is very less costlier and than to mainstream computer. The mainstream computer like mainframe computers and supercomputers. Compared to both that, it is very less costlier. Okay, then microcomputers. They are smaller in size or less costlier than computers. They are popularly known as personal computers. But we have tablet, isn't tab, laptop, etc. are called mini computers only for the personal use. Mainly, though, there are many manufacturing companies like microcomputer, HP, Apple, Dell, IBM, different type of microcomputers they produce. So desktop computer, laptops, tablets, and smartphone are the recent version of a computer. Okay, desktop computer big and placed on the desk. Laptops can be smaller inside, can be kept on the lap. That's why we call it is a laptop. Tablets and smartphone is a part of computer. These are smaller, which compared to laptop and very easy to carry. Desktop cannot be carried, easy to carry, but laptop can be carried. Tablets also can be carried very easily. Smartphone also can be carried very easily. So these are the advanced versions of microcomputers. Hope it is clear for you, and we'll be having more discussion about it maybe in the WhatsApp chat itself. I mean the groups. If you have any kind of doubts regarding these, regarding this computer topic, we will be having discussion. Okay, you can write your name, plus you can send your doubts and post in the directly send to me, then I can clear your doubts there itself. This is only for the general understanding about the evolution of computer. So thank you for listening me, and I wish you have a nice day, and thank you.